team strategy type things. The first thing that I'm going to go over is getting your points as a jammer or as a team and saving your points, as blockers, right? So how do you save your point as a blocker? Right? That's a super simple answer, right? It's a little harder than it seems when the jammer really wants that point. Right? So there's a couple different little blocking adjustments that you can make in that situation. This would usually be when the other jammer is coming up quickly and your jammer is pretty close behind them, right? You know that, and in a game where you know that other jammer doesn't want to let you guys score at all. So they are going to call it off, right? You just want to make them call it off at either 0, 1, 2 is still a win. 2 or not 4 is still a very good win. So there's different body positionings that you can do. Can I grab 2 friends? All right. So, okay, one more. Let's see what's the pivot line so many people can see the middle back of us. Okay, so right now we're going to talk about body positioning. If you want to save your points, where do you want to be in the pack, though? In the front, right? But that's not always possible, and sometimes if we're scrambling to get to the front too late, we actually give up all of our points because we're not together, and the jammer comes through with speed, and they're like, boom, 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 got it. Okay? So if you need to set up in the back, that's great. You need to make that decision and then make it strong. So, as a point, you guys might have saved that point. Okay? There, you definitely did. And then, what am I going to do if I want to point next? I'm either going to go here or here, right? So if I come here, yeah, so I think I have a point over here. So it's actually a little, so the way that you block becomes a little different here. If I go to the outside, I want you to really take this, come on over here, and then stay right there a little bit. I actually, for this situation, where would you want to be to save your point? Yeah, you want to get those hips away from being parallel or behind me. Yeah. So in regular defensive blocking, you'd probably actually want to be right here so that I didn't have a lot of options. But if you're really trying to save your points, then you want to be spying from a little bit ahead to save those points. So it's a really slight difference. You could spin around if you. That's another option for sure. Just making sure that you're not presenting with a fast point. But in this situation, I may get her point on the outside, but I think you can still save those other points, right? And that's a 1-0 instead of a 2 or 3. Yeah. Right? So a little bit of a change there. I'm going to show that again. So let's say I hit here, and save that. Okay, maybe even a little more, because do you guys think that she saved that point from the inside? Let's say the ref's right where you are.
I feel like that.
Yeah, okay.
But just barely.
Just barely. Okay. So it's just barely. I think for jammers, for points, and for penalties, you want to make sure that just barely isn't an option for the refs. You want to really get it. So in here. There. Now I definitely didn't get that point. Okay, so I like that better. Yeah. So again, this is just in that situation where you want to save those points. One more time. Good. Alright, we'll show it to the inside. Okay, yeah. Good, so questions on that? To start formations too, the idea of this, but when you're set up with a 3 and a 1, especially thinking of saving your points, then if I come over to you want to be a whole, right? So we talked about that a little bit yesterday. It's not all on you. It's never 100% any of our responsibilities, okay? Team. So, but I want you to be that whole. If I come over there, all right, and it's that sticking the butt out that we talked about, takes away a little bit of space for me, and then they moved pretty perfectly, so I didn't get those points. Nice. Nice. That's good. That's really good. Yeah? Okay. So I want you guys to get in groups of 4 first. And I want the blockers to practice saving those points. Jammers, what I want you guys to do, I can't have this here for now, is really think about how you're getting those points. Okay, I want you to start from about 5 feet back for right now. And I do want you to hit the middle first a couple of times. But maybe that's not where you want to hit in this if you want quick points. Okay, so coming in here. I'm doing this for the blockers so they get used to that. So I'm not getting points here, they're saving them. And then if the jammer is, will you be the jammer? Right back there. Maybe 10 feet behind me. Yeah. So the jammer is like right there, and this is her team, my team's in front. I have a little bit longer to get points, but not very long. So if I hit this middle real slow with me, here, and then I go to the outside, I want you to take the in on that one. So thinking about where you're going on this as a jammer too. So I'm coming in here, and then the outside. It takes me way longer to get a point than it does for the other jammer, right? So she's going to sneak by and get points there. So think about keeping that inside where you're trying to get your points as well. To then get in here, get an armpit, and then also make sure you're like sliding your hips. Alright? So with that 3-on-1, you're going to start coming into this middle. You can practice some of that. Get it hip in, really quick. Like that's all the time you have on this. It's like a, 3-4 seconds. Okay? There. You can do a quick like here. Didn't get any, but I want you to be aware of how many you're getting, right? So that was still 0. Your success can be better when you come in with speed and juke the wall, right? So that means that they want to cover the whole track. So I want to break them up a little bit. Coming in with speed here. That's the advantage of coming in on a second pass and not slowing down, throwing them off a little bit with that speed. Okay? So in that one, the inside is where they don't want me to go, right? So that's where I like faked. I looked that way, knowing that I wanted them to adjust there, and then I was going to hit in the middle.